Hey, and it works. Lovely. And there we go. All of the overview stuff has popped up. Fantastic. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome back. I am Rose. And today, on our lovely Eve interviews with some more history, we have the lovely Isomerc with Illuminated. And I'm hoping he
Hi,
can
hi.
shed some light on his corp, but I'll let him introduce himself first.
Hey, how are you doing? I'm Isomerc, the CEO of Illuminated, Goonswarm Federation Member Corp, and longtime socioeconomics and geopolitics simulator with spaceship minigame enjoyer.
You know, Eve has so many facets, geopolitical, money. Personally, I use it as a spaceship coloring book simulator. It works pretty well.
That's
We're,
right.
we're not here to talk about us, but we're here to talk about Illuminated, which honestly, I will say before the episode, I looked at the website and I kind of fell in love, and I was over here going, "Oh, it's so pretty." Um, but how was Illuminated's name thought of? What did it come from? Where did it come from? Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
So, yeah, yeah, absolutely. So Illuminated was birthed, funny enough, as an alt corp of mine. When I was a member of AMOC, shout out to AMOC. I was using it for like solo wormhole nomad living and stuff like that, and that's where it came from. And when we built, I was playing with some friends that are kind of like seasonal fair weather Eve players, and one of them is a designer of incredible talent, and he kind of shared my. I was listening to a lot of black metal at the time, and so I opted to go for like all this dark religious imagery, and case in point, our site kind of shares that aesthetic. Yeah, that's kind of where it came from. Though we didn't start life under that name.
So you didn't. So with Illuminated starting as the alt corp, what name did Illuminated start under?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I was an AMOC, and some friends of mine who have kind of been in and out of Eve over the last 10 years, and we've started corps together before long ago. They came back to the game and they messaged me and said, "Hey, we joined this corp. It's an Imperium member corp in Lawn. You should join us." And I'm like, "Well, Goonswarm's my home. I've been here for a very long time, and I don't want to hop alliances. Like if you guys were a part of Goonswarm, I'd be more inclined to join." And they went and raised that idea, and before much longer, they were in Goonswarm Federation, and so I joined and got to be decently close with their CEO at the time, and he decided to leave the game, and I took over the reins, and that was we were down to not we were very very small at that time. We were very very small. I mean, we're still a fairly small corp, but we were very small then, and when I took over, we recruited just an incredible team of people, and we kind of took on our own life and our own aesthetic, and so we went and appealed to the powers that be with the alliance to allow us to reform under a different name, and it was chosen to use Illuminated. The corp really liked that name. I had the corp; it had been established already, so it was a very easy switch and a very easy pitch to the alliance, and that's how we came to be Illuminated.
I love it. So, it just so we keep track of things. Roughly about what time was that? Was that before any of the big wars? Was that after any of the big wars? Like how recently? Just for my clarification, if I can ask, can you give me like a
Sure,
little
sure.
bit of like a timeline? Because
Yeah, we're like
that's
a
awesome.
very new corp. That was a year ago.
Oh wow.
We actually
Okay.
just Oh yeah, we just celebrated our first birthday on March 16th. So
Yay! Go
it's we're
ISO!
yeah
Go
yeah
Illuminated!
we're a relatively new corp, and we've had like just fantastic growth. Like the people who I cannot shout out enough the people who have joined our corp. we have such a solid team of people. We've become an incredibly tight knit group of people. It's been an incredible ride over the last year.
I will say I see a lot of you guys about a lot of your people around and about, and they're always really really friendly anytime that I see them. So I was like, when I was getting trying to think of people who I could reach out to, I was like, I'll try. I don't think I know anybody there like too well,
Right.
but fuck it, we ball like.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we operate under the Bill and Ted philosophy of be excellent to each other. So it's good to hear that that we're reflecting our mantra well out in the world.
Oh, absolutely. I would say so. Um, Absolutely fantastic reflection. Anytime that I see anybody, um, they're always super helpful or being kind, or like helping new players. So,
That's great.
yeah,
I love to
I
hear it.
will give
I
you the
expect
biggest shout out
names.
for that. You expect names? Oh gosh. Okay, first off, I think we should cross the bridge that I'm really bad with names. So, I don't know if I can get you names, but
Oh man.
yeah. Um, so with all of that kind of really newness, really freshness, you came from an alt, you turned an alt corp into now honestly a really wonderful community. Um, what are some of the cool and awesome stuff that Illuminated does for its members, if you can talk about? And are you guys recruiting?
We are in the middle of the biggest recruitment drive that we have ever done. Um, the short answer to this question is how much time have you got? So
As much time as you
we
need.
had the last year has been an absolutely wild ride of um, conquering scaling problems and like going about it in a way that's sustainable. Like sustainability and scalability are incredibly important to us because all of us are just we're down to ride. Like we're here for the long haul. Like we're here till the lights turn off, and I mean the servers. And we want to build things in a way such that we have good redundancies in our leadership layer so that we don't burn out our critical people, that we have systems that are always up and running. Case in point, we were using Seat for our corporate authentication, and we said no thanks, we don't have enough control over this, so we built our own in-house clone of Seat from
Oh shit.
scratch. Every line of code ourselves. It lives inside of our website. We call it Nomicon. It's we're very proud of it. It has it houses web app, like essentially web systems for all of the amenities that we offer people who join our corp. Which, to back up a little bit, I very much consider leadership within our corp a customer service position. We don't owe people don't owe us anything. We owe them something. If they are willing to donate their time and their belief in what we're doing and their faith and share our vision, then we owe something to them in return. And our relationship with them will always be one of reciprocity. So we run a bunch of services at a loss. We run a corp logistics service. Shout out to our space truckers; they're incredible. That move our members' stuff all over the place at incredible hours with unbelievable SLAs. We run a buyback program that helps fund the corp. The SLAs on that are pretty incredible. It's handled by Nomicon, our system that's kind of underneath our website. But I think the thing that I'm probably the most proud of is our own. It started as an internal SIG. We call it the Inquisition, and now it's pretty much the primary PvP focus of our corporation. And we without giving too many details away on a stream, we travel to different parts of the game and terrorize people, for lack of a better term. We just concluded a stay in Venal. We were hanging out with some friends and boss up there. They were friends of necessity. We met them in space. We were neutral to each other, and we would pass each other in space. And we knew we were after the same quarry, so we would just kind of high five as we crossed paths in space. Like, hey, they're not going to shoot us. We're not going to shoot them. Go get them, boys. So we were killing Azure Citizen and Fraternity up there, and kind of tormenting their ratters. And now we've turned our gaze of the Eye of Sauron onto other targets that will be seeing our glowing red cross icon very soon.
That is absolutely awesome, and I love the high five idea. It's like the friend of my the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That's right.
For
That's
lack
right.
of better words.
Yeah, the folks over at Boss are lovely human beings. They're in our Discord, and I love seeing them there. That within like an hour or two of meeting them, they're like, "Yeah, we can move stuff for you, and like you can collateralize it, and it's all good. We're just here. Like you're hunting the same people we're hunting, so like let's be friends." Like that's Eve right there. That's how Eve works right there. It's two people that are maybe slightly ideologically aligned become friends of necessity, and trust is born very 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 quickly. It's amazing to watch that happen.
I will say the irony is the day that you guys said the 18th or 16th of March that you turned a year old.
Yeah, the 16th. Yeah.
Okay, so the 17th is my in-game birthday, so that is absolutely awesome, and now I will never be able to forget that. Um,
Oh, nice.
so
That's great.
that'll be like point that I will just be like, oh wait, hold on, I gotta go wish somebody a happy birthday for their corp, you know, like just in my brain.
Yeah, there are certain people in my life where like I'm really bad at remembering dates. But there are certain people in my life I always remember to say happy birthday to because their birthday is like the same as mine or like, my wife's or something like that. And they don't know that. They just think I remember really well. Can't let the cat out of the bag.
Yep, that makes absolute sense. It's definitely I love seeing these super new corps have such an impact in Goons. You and Seek really have a strong PvP presence. I really love to see that. And every time that, like I said, every time I see your people, they are always some of the kindest, some of the helpfulest, super helpful people, like helping the newbies. And I'm just over here like, I don't know who you are, but my Gooniversity mom heart is proud. And I don't even know your people fit really well,
That's,
like, well enough. So,
we push a lot of people toward Gooniversity because Gooniversity is an incredible thing. We have for in terms of recruitment, we maintain a 5 million SP minimum, but we believe that only a Sith deals in absolutes. So for exceptional cultural fit cases, we will make exceptions, and then we will say, but you must go to University. They will help you. They are going to be the key to your success in joining our corps. So I think we've pushed quite a few of there are quite a few University alums that are among our ranks.
yeah, and I that's probably where I see the most of your people. Gonna be honest. But I will say thank you, Amon Illuminated, for that. Um, I appreciate you and thank you for that. Um,
Shout out to Amon, our intelligence and internal affairs director.
Oh, hey, awesome. Hi, Amon. So with all of that history, you guys are doing really awesome things. You guys have a really nice base. Honestly, I love the customer serving of the leadership mentality. That is, honestly, as somebody who has been consistent customer service and how can I help, I love to see that in a mentality. And I love seeing that for a corp because it just means, hey, look, people care and showing
Yeah, I think
that
it's really
care by
important.
helping.
I think it's super important. Like in my personal life, I'm a software engineer, and one thing I'm really big on is open source. And I see all the time, like, the world runs on open source software. I guarantee Discord that we're using right here is littered with open source software on its back end.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, shout out to Ajax.
Oh,
There's another
hey,
one of our
Jax. Oh my god.
and and he had to outdo Amon by $1.
Oh
Incredible.
my gosh.
Uh, I always say that, like, open source software is a gift, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's owed it, and every line of code that a developer writes that's open source is a gift. And I feel
Yes.
the exact same way about people sharing our vision and joining our corp. Like, you putting your ISK and thus your time on the line to form up
Mm-hmm.
for some goofy adventure that we're doing for the Inquisition or something like that.
Yep.
You're investing the time that you've spent making that ISK and believing in what we're doing and
Yeah.
believing in the competence of our leadership layer and of me and everyone involved that's building that's building the corp. And like, that's we're really grateful for that. Like, we're genuinely grateful for that. And because of that, we this is where, like, I think we're kind of masochists in our leadership layer to a certain degree. So every Saturday at 1800, just before the fireside, we hold a court meeting, and it's every Saturday. We've done it every Saturday for a year now. We get on Discord, and I get up on a soapbox. I have prepared notes. I go through things, and I herf all the blurfs. And then all the directors take turns kind of saying anything they've got for their respective areas of focus, and then we open it up to Q&A. So all of our members get to ask questions of the leadership layer. Someone in chat said fire and brimstone. That's been a meme we've been tossing around for the last couple weeks. It's kind of masochistic because I can't remember the last Saturday that I had where I didn't have Eve obligations. And I don't mean getting in and, like, shooting things. I mean actual, like, obligations, like
Yeah.
writing notes, recording things, putting them
Yep.
up on our news system on our back end called Nomicon. All that. It's a labor of love. It's a slightly masochistic, but we enjoy it.
I understand this. I, as soon as I wake up and until I go to bed, I am doing Eve stuff. Be it planning a show like this, to, hold on, people need things. How can I help? What can I do? And finding somebody that's like, hey, go do this. Okay, how can I help? And just being useful, and because I'm the type of person, I would rather spend my time helping to make something better, or help
Right.
something, or shore up a hole, or go, hey, can I do this? It maybe, maybe, I don't know, not inconvenient, but maybe not thought of, but hey, would this help? But finding the ability of, hey, I am here to, I don't want to say, my thinking is, if I am in Goons and I am here, how can I help the Alliance be even better than it is? And that's honestly
Right.
kind of why I started the history podcast, because there's no history, like, conglomerate of things. And no, like, you can have the pictures, and you can have the, who to contact, corp, Discord, da da da. But there's people, when they like to join a corp, they want to know the behind, the, hey, what history have you been involved in? Or, hey,
Right.
did you do this? Hey, do you have, like, they like to know that. And being able to go, well, I can provide that, and then
Sure.
take this link and then give it to the corp and go, here, use this in your recruiting. Take this
Sure.
and make it, if it's helpful to you, absolutely use it. Because,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
And I think to the history point of that,
Holy fuck.
you know,
Sorry, I'm just gonna shout, I don't know if this is one of your people or not, but I'm gonna shout out Larry Kingra.
yeah, the corp is going ape in chat right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. He had to one up. Oh god, he had to one up Ajax. But let me try not to take up too terribly much of your time. But let me ask one more question. We can keep
Sure.
chatting a little bit too. Whichever sounds nice. But are there any like thing? Is there anything that you're proud of, or is there anything like big accomplishment wise that Illuminated has done that you can talk about publicly? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Again, how much time have you got?
I mean,
So
you can take the next half hour if you really want to. Like I said,
so like
you got the floor. This is your
we
time.
we had a court meeting a couple weeks ago, and I kind of talked about one of my big notes for that court meeting was let's zoom out. Let's zoom out and think about where we were versus where we are now and where it is that we want to go. How we've spelled, in terms of what we spelled out for our roadmap and where we'd like to be. What kind of corp do we want to be? How big do we want to be? What kind of impact and what kind of ripple effect do we want to produce in this virtual world? And it's interesting. We are a young corp, and so because of that, some of the things that some people might find to not be very big accomplishments are very big accomplishments for us. When we first got on our feet, when Goonswarm was in Delve, we were like the Oliver Twist of Delve, and trying to find some systems to eke out a living and try to build a name for ourselves, and then we did okay with that. We were growing at a decent clip. We onlined our logistics service and our buyback program, and these were difficult things to contend with from an administrative perspective because we didn't really have a great idea of what we were doing exactly, just kind of winging it. And um and so from there, the great migration happened, and the other directors and I absolutely no-lifed the great migration. We planned and plotted and schemed as to what is the DNA of this corp, what is it that we hope to achieve. We have to make the right decision, exactly the right decision when we move into the new space. What is that going to look like? We had to get like firm commitments from some of our leaders that run things like our logistics service, and we slam dunked it so hard. We are so unbelievably content with our space and where we live, and so we have a couple Fortizars around the area, and I remember when we onlined our first one, and we were like, that was such a great achievement for us. And though, there are other corps out there with, that online keep stars, and that's a big achievement for them. And, props to them. I think what I'm most proud of has very little to do with the game itself, and it has everything to do with the community that we've built. Like, our people are our greatest asset. We talk in our leadership layer all the time about, like, well, how can we mitigate the potential damage of being infiltrated by a spy? And I'm like, I don't really care that much. I mean, I do. We'll maintain all the standards of compliance and vetting, in case Atrium's listening. And but at the end of the day, the thing that's most valuable to us can't be stolen from us, which is our people, our tribe. Like, we are a tribe. We are a group of friends. Like, sociologically, we are a tribe, and we're all building something together. And I think that's kind of what makes us unique and what we offer is we are not, we don't have a keep star. We don't have great stories to tell about how our members did X, Y, and Z in the Fountain War or the Casino War or anything like that. But what we do have is a very unique story in making something from very little. And we I think a lot of people who join us, they end up saying, we ask them, why, what made you join, because we want to tune our recruitment strategies to that feedback. And most people say, because I wanted to get in at the ground floor of something, right? And I can't echo that sentiment enough. And so kind of one of our things that we really try to do is we don't like, our least favorite term is the term business as usual. If anybody says, what's going on right now, business as usual, then it's time to airlock something and move on and do something new. Like we
Mm-hmm.
want to always be contributing, like making steps toward our ideal future. And if it's business as usual, we have made a mistake. So we're basically just kind of always marching towards some idealistic future that we've, not made a decision in terms of like a top down type of thing, but we've all kind of decided like this would be really cool if we could do X, Y, and Z. And we lean into the things that work well. We lean away from the things that don't work well, and we pivot very quickly. We make mistakes, and we don't care. Uh, and we hopefully learn from them or repeat them over and over until we learn from them. But I think to answer your question in a more pointed way, the big accomplishment I think was creating an organization of a quality that I feel extraordinarily proud of. I've been a line member in Goonswarm for a very long time, and I don't think well, I can easily say that my best Eve memories have been made in the last year with this group of people. I've said it a couple times now, and I'll say it again. It is the greatest group of people that I've ever had the pleasure of spending time with in a virtual world.
And so I want to. Angel Sky had said, some people are different when they join a corp. They don't care what the history is. They care how they're going to be treated. If the individuality is going to be nurtured, we're going to be treated like a lemming or F1 monkey. And I completely understand that. And honestly, that is why I joined Goons. Um,
Right.
because of the fact that you're not just an F1 monkey in your corp. They're gonna help you, and they're wonderful people. And I'm gonna tell you from experience, because I have seen illuminated people in University as a University person, um, helping the newer players, and helping and being there, and being communicative, and not for lack of words, not being a dick, um,
Right.
but being helpful and being present and answering what some people might think of as dumb questions, but these are new players who there are no dumb questions. So
Right.
I absolutely love the fact that taking such a new beginning into building it into such a community that, like, you can see an impact on an alliance level in certain things if you look, like, if
Right.
you recognize people. And I would totally just say I see you guys in University as the space mama. I see you. Bail
That's
Sharon,
amazing.
yes, the answer is yes. They can go on your hands, your head, your feet, your elbows, your knees, wherever they can go, wherever they fit. Um,
We're into radical sock placement anarchy around here. Do what you will with socks.
and they don't have to match either. No,
That's right.
matching
They're
socks
actually
are.
better. Socks are demonstrably more effective when they don't match.
See, I am in agreement of this. In fact, socks are in fact lucky if they don't match.
There you go. That's it.
So, there
Speaking
is your answer.
of seeing us, we are going to have a small contingent at FanFest in just over a week. And I just got it's actually sitting behind me here in my office. I got a nice box of fresh Illuminated t-shirts. They will be adorned with our logo and a big QR code on the back. If you see us at FanFest, please stop me. I'll probably buy you a drink. And if you like the story that I told and you would like to help tell it with us, definitely stop by and let me buy you a drink.
Oh yeah, for sure, and definitely come and hang out. And yeah. So, what did FC said? Everybody on the sticky meat. So, okay, Angel Sky. I will say, it's it's very dependent on the person as well. It's very dependent on the person, and honestly, it might have changed. I would definitely say give it a try with a group like Illuminated. I would definitely say try it with a group like Rage or Seek. These three groups, and you can go back and watch the interviews. This is the Illuminated one. Are They're not like Karma Fleet. they're not like ASCII. I made it a point to not interview those guys yet because of the fact of how big they are.
Mm.
And they're not personalized. They're not taking, like, they're not there's so many people, they can't go and individually care and nurture each person, but in a smaller group, like these three groups, even ADFU, which is now a medium-sized group to be fair, but even in these groups, it is much more easier to not become lost in the shuffle, because ASCII and AMOC are just so huge with so many people. It's you kind of lose a sense of identity from the people that I have interviewed and talked to outside of the interview streams about it. It's, well, we can find friends in there. There's always somebody on. There's SIGs and squads, but when they go and join smaller corps, they're like, I've never had a feeling like this, and I love this group. That's
Right.
why I started with the small groups first, because to me, that's a better show of community. And yes, they may not all have huge and history like the Night Watchmen or Karma Fleet. They may not have as big of a history, but they have just as important of a role. So, I would definitely say give it a try again. The corp, just because you were in one corp, doesn't mean that was a good fit for you in Goons. Maybe it was, hey, maybe you try a different group. And
Angel,
I,
come join us. The
yeah,
world is your oyster, my friend. We always say in Illuminated that leadership emerges organically. You get the job. You get the job in an official capacity that you're already doing well. We empower everybody to go, and we call it laying bricks, because we're all essentially building this house together, and we watch who lays bricks. And you lay the right bricks, and you lay enough of them, and you get a space job. We are very much not an indoctrination corp. We're a do your own thing. The world is your oyster corp. You want to take out fleets, you want to be an FC, and you want to learn on the job. You don't need our blessing. We'll put out a ping for you, and you can go out on a roam. You want to do anything like that? Put together mining ops, new industrial initiatives, anything like that. We're game for it. Some of the best things that our corp has done so far have been from members that just pipe up and say, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and then they go do it well. Our entire director team, our directors, because of that very thing, they're all people that just did something really well. And that's where our whole team came from.
and see, that is really awesome, because that shows that it's leadership paying attention and watching people do what they do best in their environment. That's not, hey, you're in a big shuffle of people and you're just appointed. That is, this is your niche. Why don't you try this? Do you want this? This, and that's what I love. And this is, I'm gonna throw this out there. This is what I love about the smaller corps, is they definitely take the time to see and place people where it feels right in, I want to say, positions of leadership, just from my small bits of observation.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels much more organic and very much like more of a, I don't want to say a brotherhood, because women do play Eve. But it feels
I
very
also don't
much
want to say a
more
fraternity, because
home.
then that's too pointed.
Yeah, well, there's a group named that, um, but no, you're totally fine, Angel Sky. I just wanted to include that because that is a super important point that is, I feel like, often needs to be talked about or maybe recognized, in the fact that, hey, bad experiences do happen. This is a this is kind of giving both a history and showing the community of corpse, and showing, hey, this is basically an open interview with the CEO. I gave him questions, and letting him show his community, and if you're interested, I would definitely join these guys. Like I've said, I've had nothing but a good experience with these guys. And university, sorry, I was laughing at Bale Sharon. But honestly, and university is also a really good place to learn how to play a nullsec if you're an Imperium member. So if you're an Imperium member and you're not in university, this is my plug for it. I'm kind of required to. As somebody who teaches some of the classes, I'm required to give that plug. Um, but so do the thing. But with that, final thoughts. Isomeric, I will. This is any final thoughts about Illuminated, about anything, honestly. Final thoughts.
That's a dangerous question to ask me. Like I said, I give an address to our corp for an hour every Saturday. There's something wrong with me. I
Is there
will
really?
talk at length whether or not you want me to. That's the thing. But what I'll say is, I think that what we have to offer is super unique. And there's, I like I said, I've been in Goonswarm for a long time, and I was just kind of a silent line member in a few different corps. I spent a long time in Goonwaffe, a long time in AMOC, or a while in AMOC, and I love both of those corps. And then it's interesting because what I want to do for our members is give them a platform to kind of tell the story that they want to tell, and in doing so, it's done the same thing for me. And so I feel like we're all getting the same benefit out of our corp, and we're all like values aligned. We're all like striving toward the same thing, and we kind of all get the same benefit out of it, no matter if you're at the helm, or you're in the trenches, or or whatever. We're all kind of deriving the same value from it. It's kind of an incredible thing to see, and because we have the history that we have, I feel like it's a very unique way to play Eve. Like, we're telling a story that I don't think really has been told in this way before, and we're not even close to done. That's the really fun thing about that. Asher in Firesides always says future plans. We have our own future plans. We're very excited about them, and they mostly focus around the Inquisition. And we take bigger and bigger steps into bigger and bigger things every day. And like I said, no business as usual. We're gonna keep pushing out of our comfort zone as much as possible, and grow the tribe. We've seen incredible growth over the last couple months, and we're hoping to see a lot more. Like I said, we're in the middle of the biggest recruitment drive that we've ever done. I think we are losing ISK on what is probably the most generous recruitment pyramid scheme. I mean, bounty. I mean, incentive ever. Definitely not any of those other things that I almost said. And you should come and join us. We would love to have you. We have we have people from kind of all walks of life, very unique individuals, and some absolute characters in our ranks. One of the things that we're doing right now is we're doing a really big fitness push, and so we have this thing we call the Fitness Thunderdome, and we're all in a MyFitnessPal multiplayer group, so we can track our gains and losses together. And that is a huge thing that we've been doing. I personally am down like 11 pounds in the last month. We've been sharing recipes and stuff. I've been doing a 5K every morning on a treadmill while I write code for our in-house corp management software. It's intense. It's intense, man. It's intense. And we get rowdy in the Fitness Thunderdome in our Discord. We recently found something called konjac noodles, which is like a fruit root noodle
Be
that
careful
for an
with
equivalent.
those. Be careful with
Oh
those.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, be careful of those. I heard about those the other day. We'll talk off stream about it, but
yeah.
yeah, I heard about those, and I was just like, ooh, I saw them and I was like, some of these can have some really big issues. So we'll talk about it.
Oh no
But
way!
well, okay,
I
so
knew that there had to be something, because like an equivalent they have like 14 calories per serving, and an equivalent amount of rice noodles has like 130. So like you're paying for it somewhere. I've just been waiting for the other shoe to drop. So I can't wait to. Well, I mean, half of our
you'll
corpse in
have
here
to tell
listening
me.
to the stream
So
right now.
he ate. Oh my god. Okay, so What are okay? So can you repeat the name of them for me, just so I can
I
make sure
I
it's the
think
same?
it's like Konjak. I think it's like Konjac.
Oh
Or
God.
no,
Okay.
Konjac. I do not have. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. Also, shout out to Angel Sky. Dude ate 10 pounds of them. It's too late.
Okay.
That's great.
So they're not the ones that I was thinking of, but um, keep in
Oh, thank God,
mind.
because these things are amazing.
Well, they're made from a yam. Um, they're also called shirataki noodles as well. Um,
Apparently, this plant is also called devil's tongue, voodoo lily, snake palm.
so the
Those
thing,
don't sound
well, the
good.
thing about it is, be careful about it, is because they don't have very good antioxidant or vitamin or minerals to support body functions.
Ah, so
So
you can starve yourself to death on them.
potentially, but they have like you can improve digestion, lower cholesterol, blood sugar, aid in weight loss, and restricted diets kind of thing. But I would just be careful with them, and because it can also cause drops in blood sugar because of the glucomannan fiber. Um, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct, but make sure that you look at it a little bit. Just be careful,
Right.
please, is what I ask. Um, just because I was like, ooh, I think I've heard of those. But
Oh boy.
it's okay. It's okay. I'm on keto personally. So,
Right.
and for anybody who's new here, hi guys. I have a Malinois who Save a Dog was in here trying to get me to. She's currently asleep. Lisa, Lisa, come here. You want to say hello? Come here. You want to say hello? If I give you snack, will you come say hello? Let me see if I can get the dog up. Come here. Up. You gotta come up. Good girl. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Yeah. There you go. Say hello to the friends. Taste. Good girl. Take it. Good girl. So, I was gonna say, no way Apple gives you. Anyway, I'm not a medical expert. I would just say, please be careful
This is,
with.
this is not medical advice.
Yeah, this is
We're
not
not
medical
doctors.
advice. Just I'm not a doctor. I looked at them for myself on keto, because I like noodles. I'm a ramen fan personally, because of the salt. But medical advice from my rose stream? No. 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 Please, not medical advice. Just basic research. Please don't. Please consult an actual doctor. But
Noodlegate in chat, my favorite.
okay. See, so let's talk about egg sandwiches, pineapple, and yogurt, and 3 miles a day. I dropped dairy. Absolute worst thing, because I went straight to almond because of a lower glycemic, uh, for blood sugar, and I dropped 40 pounds in a month. After my kid, it was great.
That chat is crazy right now.
It's okay. I love them and thank them for their generosity during this. I know this is a little crazy and we got a little off after dropping dairy. Yes, but we'll talk Thunderdome fitnessy stuff after. I'm gonna
Yes.
go ahead and let you go, or rather let the stream go, because they probably don't want to hear and sit here and have us just bounce off topics and be ADHD as fuck. Um,
That's right.
you know, as I've come to notice, it's very common that people with ADHD play Eve.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's totally not me.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm a masochist that goes from incursions to you name it, I do it. Yeah. Ask ISO
Oh,
about Bitcoin.
oh
Oh
God.
no.
My corp knows me well.
There.
How much time have you got?
We will be here for hours. There.
We
There.
talk economics in our Discord like nonstop.
Oh my god.
One unique feature of our community is
Cody.
when everybody gets on Discord, you can give it about 4 minutes until we're talking like I don't know, economic philosophy or something for like 3 hours, like quoting Austrian economists, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But I won't even begin to go down that rabbit hole. That was a trap laid in your chat just now, by Yasmer, one of our directors. Uh, but Rose, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. This is super fun. And to anybody who listens to this in any capacity, thank you for your time in hearing me say a bunch of words and bloviate about the spaceship minigame.
Ajax is over here chanting Marshall.
That's when we have a court meeting. That's the official gavel down. When somebody says Marshall 3 times, it's time to end the chat or end the court meeting.
Okay, I
One of our
like this and
traditions.
I love all of this. I will kind of end this and throw the links in chat. So if anybody is interested or even just wants to take a look at the website, super cool. And I will thank you, Isomerk, words, for coming on. For Illuminated, you guys will get a copy of this. So if you can hold on for about half an hour while I upload it to YouTube, it'll be there. And I'm just going to remind everybody, make sure you take your meds, drink water. I have to go get a drink because somebody told me to go get a drink here in a minute earlier. But
Vet your own noodles. Don't take our advice.
check noodles. But yeah, vet your noodles. Make sure you're taking your meds. Drink water. Make sure you're getting the proper amount of sleep. Touch grass. In this game of spaceships, touching grass is fantastic and a great way to not be stressed. And the best ship is friendship. So we will see everybody here tomorrow when I come back with Lord Jackson and Teabagger of ADFU. There will be memes, so I highly advise popping in because I can't tell you how much we have been sitting here going, how much can we troll ADFU? Because memes. So, anyway, if you like memes, come back tomorrow, and thank you, Illuminated, for coming out, showing up. Thank you for the tips, thank you for the donation, thank you for the everything. I really appreciate it, guys. So, have a good night, and I'll go ahead and probably raid out here shortly.
Thanks, Rose.